the coronavirus, the coming recession, and the Fresno Clovis real estate market. Hi everybody, John Stone with the Stone's real estate team at Guarantee Real Estate. This is the first in a series of videos I'm going to be doing in the coming days and weeks about the crisis that's going on and how it may or may not affect the local real estate market. As a matter of fact, the reason I'm starting with this one is I've had several calls over the last 2 weeks asking me a very simple question: is the market going to crash like it did in 2008? And I guess the simple answer is no, it's not, at least in my opinion. And I think a lot of the people who know what's going on, those two markets then and now are like apples and oranges. They're not the same. I'm going to show you 5 stats that will kind of prove my point. Some things that are not happening now that were happening then, what led us in the recession that actually real estate started. This recession has nothing to do with real estate. Real estate is affected, but it has to do with the coronavirus. So let's move through these. Number one, mortgage standards are nothing like they were back then. Back in 2005, 2006, if you were alive and were breathing, you could get a loan. That's not true today, and that's a good thing for our industry. The standards are much tighter, and it makes sure that people are buying what they can afford and they can actually pay for it. So that's number one. Number two, prices are not soaring out of control like they were. Look at the 6 years that preceded the crash, and you had 8% increase, 6% increase, and you got all the way up to 12 and 11% increases per year just before the crash. And although the prices have increased over the last 6 years at a much slower rate, at a much more consistent rate, 4.5, 5.5, 6.4 is the highest. If you compare that to the 6 years before the crash, that wouldn't even make it in the top 5. Okay, so prices are not out of control. They've appreciated slowly and consistently, which is what we need. Number 3, we don't have a surplus of homes on the market. We have a shortage, actually. And this is a national statistic, but a balanced market or a normal amount of inventory where neither the buyer or the seller has an advantage would be 6 months of inventory. Back in 2007, there was 8.2 months of inventory on hand. Now this today, 3.1, that's a national number. Our inventory, if you're below 300,000, is about 30 days. So we are severely lacking inventory. So we don't have a bunch of inventory that needs to get sold quickly. Number 4, houses become too expensive for people to buy. So the percentage of median income needed to purchase a home in 2006 was 25%. And today it's 15.5%. And what that means is they take price, they take wages, and they take interest rates, and they put them all together to come up with these numbers. And while prices have increased, so have wages. But the big driver in this is interest rates are so much lower. They're half of what they were in 2006 and 2007. So affordability has gone way up, which means that more people can buy homes and they're spending less of their income to buy that home. And number 5, we're equity rich. We're not taking money out of our homes. Back in when the thing went crazy, prices were going up so fast that people were refinancing their house every year and pulling cash out and buying things that don't appreciate. They're buying things that depreciate. They're buying cars and luxury cars and trailers and boats and all those kind of things. And they were taking cash out of their homes. So if you look at 2006, there was $321 billion that were pulled out of housing, meaning there was equity that people cashed in and got a check for and went and spent it on something else. In 2018, $87 billion, a huge difference. I hope this helps you. If you're watching this on YouTube, subscribe, and you'll get notified when I do the next video. If you're on Facebook, if you follow the page, it'll do the same. And if you have any questions, you can call or text me at 559-349-2543, or you can shoot me an email. I hope this was helpful, and we'll talk to you soon.